Welcome back to Blockchain Pill. My name is Alex, and today we have an exciting project here on the podcast. We all know that AI agents have been going crazy during this bull run, and we brought the right team here on the podcast to tell us more about why this AI craze has been going on. So I'm joined here by the Elna AI team, which is basically the team building the AI infrastructure on the Internet Computer Protocol. Guys, welcome back to the podcast, and tell us more about how you guys started Elna and a little bit about yourselves.
Thank you, Alex. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Seriously. This is the founder of Elna, Arun, and I'm a co-founder. My name is Henna. And yeah, we can start off with Arun. You want to give an intro of Elna?
Yeah, it's great to be back with you, Alex. And it's been almost 1 year we had our last video. Uh, to start off with, the Elna was started with a mission of democratizing the intelligence with LLMs. So we started to see the capabilities of large language models or LLMs with ChatGPT. But it seems like it was going in a closed ecosystem where this huge potential of potential of technology will be moving away from the community. So that's where the main vision of starting Elna, where we create an ecosystem which is open and which is contributed and developed by the community. At that time, as you can remember, like 2 years back, nobody was talking about combining blockchain and AI because it seems almost impossible. So when we started off, like people were talking uh, blockchain is famous for not running large end application. You cannot run large end application because it's secure. It gives you more privacy. It gives transparency. But you cannot run larger applications. And the issue with AI or large language models, it is really huge, immensely huge. You need large computation. And we have ICP, which promises to have this huge amount of computation on chain, giving the privacy and the practical capability of running larger applications. So that's where the initial idea of Elna come into picture. And we started off with running smaller models, or that was the basic idea, to give a chatbot or something very similar to ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And that was the initial time. From that, we evolved into AI agents, and there we moved to SNS, and now we are having some very interesting news, and we haven't yet announced to anybody.
We'll get to it.
We'll
do an exclusive announcement on you.
I appreciate that, and so should you do, because it's the third time you guys are here. And I remember the first time, I believe it was in 2023 even, so it's almost 2 years ago. Nobody was talking about AI agents, and you were here, pioneers of this incredible technology. And we can see now everybody's talking about this. Is a talk of the town. It's basically the only tokens that are going crazy. 100x, 200x. We've seen some massive gains. So why all of this hype around AI agents? What exactly is an AI agent, and why are people going crazy over them?
Agents are a combination of multiple things. We've had the community bring up quite a lot of questions on and speculations on what an agent is. They've chatted with ChatGPT, but they're like, what is an agent? Is it an LLM? Are you making what? So we have a toolkit to make an agent, and multiple things go into it. On Elna, you can come on. Elna is an AI agent creation platform. So you can come on and create an agent, which is a combination of intelligence and knowledge and interaction. And those are the words of the founder, by the way. And to simplify it, it is a way to bring in, just to make people's lives easier, an AI agent that can take in knowledge in simple form. You don't even need to know any coding. You can just talk to it. You can take in that knowledge. It has enough intelligence to process that knowledge. And on our platform, we have VectorDB, which does vectorization, turns it into numbers, just to simplify it, and then it works with that data. And then it can do the part of interactions. It can bring back that response and talk to the people with context. So it can come back and continue that conversation with whatever you had fed it previously. And yeah, that's a very simple definition of it, but Arun can add more.
Yeah, to simplify this, these are like the next generation of LLMs or ChatGPT which you have seen. So one thing we can, the last few weeks back in the NVIDIA IO, you can see that the founder Jensen Huang said something like, in the future of the companies, the current IT department will act as the HR department to hire AI agents. So the thing is like these are like digital intelligent beings which are capable of not just giving you responses, but they are able to take actions. So, what's an intelligent being? As Henna said, it have an intelligent or capability to understand things. So this can be like arithmetical, logical intelligence, or something related to understanding medical information. These are like intelligence. So we call it AI models, LLMs, or any AI model can be an intelligent system. So that gives the intelligence, but that doesn't give. The next thing is it need to have the knowledge. Suppose we are creating an intelligent agent to manage Alex social media. So this intelligent being should be able to understand, interact, how to interact with social media platforms and everything, and how to write a post, how to like to do this comprehension and everything. So that's the first thing, the intelligent model. And secondly, it need to know about Alex. Like it need to know a biography about you, yeah, about your articles, about your videos and everything. So it gives a briefing. That's the knowledge. So in Elna, we have the LLM, we have knowledge in the form of vector DB. So vector DB is like a multidimensional vector database which is easier to understand for the AI model. And third and the final important part is the interaction. So the interaction is like for managing a social media, it need to directly connect to the social media. It can be APIs, or it should be able to understand like how to interact, how to use this tool. This is more like capability to use the tools. So it will work autonomously. So agents are like an autonomous intelligent being where it could act independently to execute our task. So we can directly give this social media agent of blockchain pill, and he will be automatically managing the videos, like maybe using generative AI. He creates the video, he does the interviews, he manages the Twitter. So that is the kind of thing. So this
That would be
don't
cool.
just limit it, yeah.
So what's the difference between an AI agent and just an LLM? The fact that you can actually have it perform actions outside of the chat interface? Is that it?
AI agents are like the advancement of LLMs. So it's a combination of like the intelligence. The LLMs gives you the intelligence, the capability to understand things. So this is more like an relational AI model, which is capable to understand things, generate articles, or generate images. That are the large language model or generative models. For text, we have large language models, and those are capable to understand things. So in order to make this model to execute things or act like a digital employee or to work for you, you need to have knowledge as well as interaction. So as I said before, if I want to create an intelligent agent to manage blockchain builds social media and YouTube, so he need to have this knowledge about blockchain builds videos, the post, how he used to post in Twitter, and all this information. This knowledge attached with the capability to interact with medias like YouTube, Twitter, and everything. So this combination gives you an agent. So
Okay.
LLM is the intelligence, and the combination of LLM knowledge and the interaction gives you the agent.
So what you mentioned about having a blockchain pill AI agent to manage the socials and maybe do the interviews in the future, that would be cool. Like, yeah, how far away are we from actually being able to do this?
So
Very close.
when we started this 3 years back, it was almost impossible to run anything related to AI on blockchain. But now we can see like things are changing exponentially. Now we are able to run smaller models. We are able to store larger vector DB informations. So things are improving exponentially. So what we can see at this point is like within 1 to 2 years, this is actually possible. So as you can see in the from ICP point of view, they're bringing a lot of tools and capabilities. So these are we cannot predict the exact date, but most probably I'm expecting in the near 1 to 2 years we will be able to have all these kind of interactions completely happening on chain.
As long as Elon doesn't shut it down, we just have to say it. So we had brought out an agent integrated to the Twitter. Twitter, one of our Twitter accounts as well, and that was called Ask Elna and it ran for a while, but then we hit some instruction limits and it just froze. So we are hoping for more, resources to come in, more capabilities to come in, so that we can actually maybe even, properly integrate without these running into these kinds of issues with external platforms. So yeah, if not X, could be Instagram, it could be any other. So yeah.
And besides social media, because right now we're seeing AI agents, have accounts on X and they tweet at people and respond to questions, stuff like that. Besides, tweeting and being on social media, what is a real world utility of AI agents that we're going to see in the future?
So just to say, one of the things we had already done is actually integrate the agent of a tutor to an humanoid robot. Her name is Saya. We had already posted like a year ago the live demo video of it. So we are working on multiple things at the same time. So one of the real world applications we've brought it onto is a tutor agent. So yeah, there are multiple other things it can. Yeah.
Yeah, and just industry, like for the past 6 to 7 months, we are more busy developing the developer ecosystem. We have been working with a lot of developers, and the things they have make are like amazing. Like there was an agent, AI agent or ecosystem, developer ecosystem, which they made for Alzheimer's patients to have an interaction, like an assistant for Alzheimer's patients, and those kind of medical support agents can be created, customer support agents can be created, and that automatically manages the tickets and give you an immediate responses. Personal assistant, and there can be tutor, personal tutor. The potential is immense, and anything which human can do can be replicated through AI agents. If it's digitally, or in future we can have humanoid robots which can do the physical task as well. So that gives us the more bandwidth to do to work on more creative as well as important tasks for everyone. So these are more like an automation which could support us to move further in our evolutionary perspective.
And another thing that I think people would love to have an AI agent instead of a person would be call centers. You call them to ask about your electricity bill or whatever problem. When AI agent doesn't get angry, it always responds. It always pays attention to you. I think that would be a cool application. So you guys mentioned that you've been pioneering getting AI agents on the blockchain. And, this is a question that everybody has. Like, why does it matter that it's the agents are on the blockchain? What are some of the benefits of having them on chain?
What are not the benefits, really? If it's AI agents, it's gonna function in a way that you feed it a lot of your personal information, some sensitive information. Of course, you don't want that to be in the hands of an opaque central organization. That's one of the most anxious thoughts one could have. So if it's on the blockchain and it's transparent and it's secure, you can sleep well. So that's the simple answer, really. But yeah.
To start off with, like when we started Elna, that was the first question we have been answering for the last 3 years. That is the consistent. Why do you need to have this AI, which is immensely computational intensive on blockchain, which could be costly for running an AI agents on blockchain? So the first answer to this, when AI chatbot or agents come into picture, there's a lot of knowledge or information which are more private or more personalized, which will be fed to this AI models. And to keeping this more private and this personal information private and secure, it's an important part, especially when it be personal application or B2B application or industrial application, depends on whatever it may be. Have this information privacy. That's the first and important reason why you need to have it on blockchain. And second is the accountability and as well as transparency. So in Web2, however you store the data or securities, there is no traceability on how it is being managed, who all have the access, or how it is being used, or who all use this particular data. So blockchain gives you an upper hand of how the accountability and traceability of how it is being used. And the third part which we have seen is like creating AI agents is more like, if I am a personal nutritionist, I have this set of information, or the tools which I create an AI agent. Well, this is very important for me because this information had been my my asset for the past 10 years. I acquired this kind of information, and that is the main USP of this particular application. So I want this to be securely be stored. And also, we mentioned before, AI agents are not just like the knowledge and the AI models. It also consists of the interaction or the tools which gives you the powers to interact with any applications or to work with. So that's how it complete the picture. And these tools are not just something which can be done by a single company or a single organization. We need to have this developer ecosystem where multiple developers could create these tools. So what we are doing is that we are creating the ecosystem where developers could bring this more AI tools, models, and everything, and they can see how these tools are being used, and it is how they will be paid directly. For example, if it's a centralized entity, I'm creating a model and uh, like sending it through like selling it through a centralized entity. I don't know how it is being used, how much it is being used. Here we have a monetization completely built on the chain, where the developers as well as the creators, everyone wins together. So whenever when somebody uses an AI agent by a creator, the creator also get his remuneration, and also you can this revenue can be directly shared to the developers who are also developing the tools that support the creator. And also along with the platform, the creator, the developers, and the user have a better revenue sharing model which can be implemented directly on chain. So these are the main thing which make it possible. Blockchain could be the best possible way to have a more transparent and secure ecosystem for AI agents.
So basically, the other companies that are developing AI agents currently, they
Yeah.
are giving up the security and the transparency in order to get maybe speed to develop their AI agents. So that's the trade-off that they're giving. They're
Yeah,
doing. Hmm.
correct.
And you
It's
guys
a,
decided to start with the right foot and started well from the beginning. And the only problem is this makes it slower. Have you thought about a hybrid model where some stuff is on the blockchain and some stuff is on the cloud?
So initially we were having this hypothesis of running completely on chain. Later on,
Uh-huh.
the practical perspective, discussing with our community, the developers and events, which we understand is that uh, the important thing which need to be on chain is the knowledge and the interaction. The developer tools. So we will make it on chain. So knowledge and everything will be secure on chain, where the intelligence which is given by the large language model, which can be run off the chain, because larger models with multiple billions or trillions of parameter cannot be run on the chain for the practicality, but they can be hosted anywhere. So people could use ChatGPT or cloud or any AI models stay while preserving their data completely on chain. So that kind of a hybrid system, it's something which we have implemented 1 year back, and that made it possible to have this intelligent agents with privacy of blockchain, where the knowledge stays within the chain, the interaction stays within the chain, and the larger models which can be directly be called outside of the chain. And if you need smaller models, so just to give one more point, like you need a embedding model to have this data on the um, vector DB. So those kind of embedding models are completely running on chain, running on the chain, and while you have the larger LLM models which will be running off the chain. So those kind of preserving the privacy with embedding models and everything running on blockchain, and we have the larger models which are running off the chain. So those kind of hybrid model is something which we are doing at coming into picture at this moment, and it's working fine.
Can people, train those agents and then sell them, or is there a way for people like me, to use Elna just to maybe generate revenue in some way? Like, is that possible?
We're starting with the financial model. I mean, the revenue model will be implemented quite soon, very soon, actually. It's been completely free up until now, which it's been, what, 2 years now since we've been. Yeah, and as Arun said, yeah, we were, the creation part was open. It's just that we needed to whitelist you. So we've had people come in, we would take their PID, the principal ID, and they can just start creating. But now, like I said, it's completely open. So anybody can come on and create. So Yeah, the revenue model would have to be implemented now because we're burning quite a lot of cycles when there's quite a lot of usage. And that would be in a way that any amount that's taken when a user comes on and uses an agent and pays to use that agent, a portion of it would go to the creator of that agent. Obviously, he or she deserves that. A portion of it goes to the developer who contributed maybe an LLM to create it, maybe data sets to create it, and another portion, a small one, would go to the orchestration platform that is Elna. So this is kind of what we had concluded on. And next part would obviously be integration. You can integrate these agents, not just keep it on the Elna platform and say hi to it. You can integrate it to your own website or social media. So website is what we're currently focusing on, and that can be done with a small subscription fee as well. So that's the brief of it. Yeah.
So as we said before, like agents are more like digital employees. You could employ them to do multiple tasks or any specific events. So using these agents are like hiring the employees to do or like do any of your like managing the social media or teaching your kids. So these agents more like act as a digital employee. So creator of these agents are somebody who is using his knowledge and capability to create and engineer a creative digital entity. And this can be monetized in two ways. For example, the one is the pay per use model, and the one is paid by the creator. Here, if I am a business owner and I want customer support, I don't want the customer to pay for the customer support. So I'll be paying for the customer support. So I am employing this agent to act as a customer support for my website or my store. So in that case, the creator will be paying something very like ICP, the reverse gas, something very similar to the reverse gas where the user pays for it, and the user pay for the developer and the ecosystem to use the agent. And the second part is the pay by the user. So I am a nutritionist and I'm creating an agent which could give me a diet plan or something like that. So where the users pay for the usage of this particular agent. So this agent acts as a consultant, intelligent consultant, which gives me, for example, in the same example, this particular nutrition expert can only address one person at a time. This agent could address like multiple hundred or thousand people at a time. So he's using his intelligence to create a digital employee, which like rather limiting his, he's able to scale his knowledge and capabilities. And this kind of monetization, like these particular agents, he could generate the revenue using this ecosystem. So that's kind of ecosystem we're trying to develop. And that's kind of monetization.
This gave me an idea. You could have, for example, an AI agent that goes on and finds you clients. You know, let's say you have a business, like you're a freelancer. You can train an AI agent to go on Fiverr or on Upwork and just apply to the jobs. Would that be possible?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Every time I talk to you, like I'm getting a very interesting.
Ideas, yeah.
I gave you guys an idea last time we spoke about an AI agent to go on Tinder and set up dates.
Yeah.
Nobody has done it yet. So, but I think that would actually be an interesting thing as well to do. You know, nowadays you don't have time to stay to chat, you know, and talk to people. You have the AI agent, you know, do the talking and get the date. I've seen a video of a guy on YouTube that had like a organization of like 50 AI agents, and he would text the manager AI agent a task on WhatsApp, and then, you know, it would delegate to a bunch of other AI agents. So something very complicated. It was like a 1-hour video. But he mentioned in the video that we are gonna see companies that are 2 or 3 people and that go up to billions because all the heavy lifting is done by AI agents, which I think is, you know, a future that I want to be a part of.
This is we got this idea like 1.5 year. We have been doing this Twitter Spaces and podcast, and one of the person who was attending one of our podcast actually asked us this particular kind of a question, like, can I use multiple agents together? So can these agents work together? For example, I'm creating a web application, and there can be a Python agent, there can be a front-end React agent, and there can be a infrastructure agent who could work together. So we are also working on something like a multiple agent co-working ecosystem where that's kind of a protocol game where multiple agents could coexist and work together. So in the developer point of perspective, we are actually working on something like that. And to add one more point to this, like we'll have this after this conversation, we are also bringing a new feature where people could actually like make this development and monetization much more uh, like uh, a more attractive spectrum where multiple people could contribute together.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very cool future. But what's going to happen with the people? Now you don't need 10 developers. You're only going to need two developers and a bunch of AI agents. So what's going to happen with the people? What do you think?
The one thing is that when we had this tractors and all the tools, people used to say, like, when we had computers, people used to say so many people going to lose their jobs, and uh, those kind of questions have been there since the dawn of time, when we invented fire or machines and everything. But what happened is that it gives the humans the bandwidth to automate the monotonous tasks and everything, and to spend their time for more productive and more creative tasks. So if we have not been using computers right now, we'll be like spending a shitload of time writing it, or doing arithmetic calculations and everything. So we might not have the time to invent greater stuff, or we are not just meant to do monotonous tasks or which can be automated. So everything which can be automated should be automated, and people should have more time to do the create. Like what makes the human different from a computer is the capability to think and come up with solutions. Like, people could say that LLMs could bring up solutions and everything, but we could think of something like an LLM, or there could be more technologies like large language models, AI models, or both kind of capabilities, or the tools or methodologies can only be built when we have the bandwidth and the time to do it. And these kind of automation, like, let it be a smaller printer or let it be a complete autonomous AI agent, this actually gives us the bandwidth and time to spend our time for more productive stuff.
Just to add to that, so shout out to two projects. One is the Venus Project. Not a lot of people have heard of it. It really talks about how abundance would be created. Now, that might sound like a load of hogwash, but the point here is that once agents start working with each other, interacting and creating, there would be quite a bit of an agent creating another agent, and resources being available, plenty. So there really is no reason or point for a person to be working a job when everything would be available and available for free, really, once the resources start coming in, beyond a certain amount. So that's gonna happen once the AI agents are coming into full force, which of course will take a while. But until then, we'll have to sit tight. So this project really talks about how that abundance can come in to play, and we really won't have to, like Arun said, do monotonous activities and work a job that we hate every day. That wouldn't be the case. And another one I just want to mention, Waldy's is another platform that it's like one of those orchestration tools that actually helps agents interact with each other, work with each other, and that's something we're also trying to bring on, that kind of feature, that kind of an ability, where for example, this one you can just connect to Jupyter Lab and it can just completely help or orchestrate the agents being able to function with each other. So for example, it would be like a social media agent working with let's say a digital analyst agent. So that means I can interact with my customers, my followers, and as well as I can get the analytics of it from the other agent. So this is completely possible. It's coming up. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Listen, I'm looking forward to have a blockchain pill agent that goes, that stays all day on social media and does the videos and does everything. Well, I enjoy life and I go to the gym and I travel and I have a great time. So that is going to be possible in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
I have a few questions from the ICP community, and if anybody wants to have their question featured, follow us on X at Blockchain Pill, and you can ask those questions whenever we have an interview. So the first question is, are you going to integrate Caffeine AI in any way with Elna?
It's really exciting to see Caffeine AI. There is not much of information available publicly, but definitely we are looking forward to integrate Caffeine whenever it's out, and there is a lot of exciting stuff which we can see from Caffeine AI, and definitely we will try to interact. so integrate with Elna. So one thing in Elna, we are not trying to build everything from us. We are trying to build ecosystem for decentralized AI. So whoever building these tools or ecosystem or anything, we are more than happy to integrate to Elna. And we are also open to anybody to be part of Elna or use Elna. So it's an open ecosystem.
We already have had quite a few partnerships come in once the creator access has been open. Raven, the Raven project, Windows XP, Sneed is working on it. We need to follow up with New Instap. But yeah, quite a few are big coming in. So absolutely, Kathleen, come on. Yeah.
So, is this going to be reality? For example, can you have like an AI agent and, all of a sudden it decides to use Caffeine AI to launch an app? Like, can they think by themselves? Today I want to do this. Maybe today I want to do something else. Like, is that possible? Like, can they think like that, or do you just have to input to tell them what to do?
Yeah. Don mentioned in the recent video, like you can actually interact with the application to create something, and you can the way the human machine interaction can be changed dramatically by caffeine. So those kind of things actually we are really excited into. Like we can somebody could actually interact even without chatting. Like he could create an agent to support my 5-year-old in his max studies, like something like that. Like so those kind of friction can be exponentially be reduced by this kind of interactive AI models, which again being on chain, which gives us more privacy and security.
Going back to AI agents, I haven't looked a lot into what AI agents can or cannot do, but this is one thing that I've seen either or heard in a podcast. The more advanced AI agents that we are seeing on X, they have crypto wallets and they can actually make payments out of the crypto wallets and they can hire people to do stuff. Is that reality, or am I hallucinating right now?
We also have been seeing a lot of stories like that, but currently, like there are many limitations on the way we interact, especially like maybe in Twitter we have this API limitations, so the captcha limitations. So there are some limitations over there, but potentially in the future it will be more an open ecosystem where agents could actually create wallet, hire people, and it's actually possible. But only restriction we see at this moment is not technological. It's like the platform limitations or trying to block bots or that's obviously there. So
that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, technically it is absolutely possible.
Yeah. So for example, it thinks, you know what, I need a new cover photo for my X profile. I'm going to go on Fiverr, just pay somebody like the AI to do that by themselves. I think this is like very science fiction. Yeah. Let's get to the second question. How does Elna contribute to the ICP ecosystem?
The first thing, starting off with the decentralized AI ecosystem, all of our technologies are completely open source. Anybody can use it. It's completely public. So we have the vector DB, embedding models, the orchestration, and everything is public and usable by the ecosystem.
Completely on-chain inference engine as well.
The complete on-chain. So these things, we actually made it possible to people to give the hope that these kind of larger applications can be run on ICP. And the first thing we have been doing is like we're trying to accommodate as much as developers as possible. So as I mentioned before, we have conducted like more than 10 plus even hackathons, and we have trained about like 100 plus developers to develop on ICP. So we have onboarded like 100 plus developers, and out of this like 1,000 plus developers, we have actually trained 1,000 plus individuals, and we have about like 100 plus developers actually creating deAI projects in Elna. So we have 20 plus projects in Elna tools itself. As you can see, this 20 plus projects are already there. So that's something. So without having proper developer, because decentralized AI is a very entirely new paradigm. You need to have people who are expert in AI and who is expert in blockchain in order to create an ecosystem for decentralized AI. So you can see many other chains, like as you mentioned before, like Ethereum and so on. There are different other projects out there, but they just use a single contract and say this, they are decentralized and they have everything on Web 2 and they have a small contract to connect to this Web 2 wallet, and that's what they mentioned as decentralized AI. So our vision is more like we are more than happy to have these kind of ideas coming into picture, because previously people were like they don't have the strength to dream for such a thing on blockchain. And we are more than happy, like we were the pioneer of giving the vision of starting something on blockchain with AI. And what our vision is to have a proper working ecosystem which is running on chain. So we need to have this kind of developers and ecosystem to as we mentioned before, the product, the kind of agents, the kind of applications, we need more developers. So those developers and DAI ecosystem is something which is one of our major contribution to ICP. And there are many interesting individuals who are actually creating LLMs and different other. We are working together with many other developers in ICP ecosystem. We are working with DAI groups in ICP. We are actively contributing to these groups. We are conducting hackathons. We are conducting workshops. We are conducting. We even have Elna grant which support DAI developers. We actually fund these interesting projects where the people are trying to contribute to ICP. So those like to name a few, these are the things which
Just to clarify that he's not exaggerating, languages like Motoko and Rust are completely unfamiliar territories for a lot of programmers, unless you're really familiar with the IC. So we actually have a Rust completely integrated, like a resource of live classes available as well. I think it's not yet up on YouTube. We'll be putting it up very soon. We've had several workshops for Rust as well. So we really are trying to bring up more developers, as you said. So yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen some of your hackathons that you guys did in the past. I've seen you guys covering it on X. Do you have to be a developer to launch an AI agent via Elna, or can somebody like me with like basically zero coding knowledge do it?
Of course.
It is completely no code
Completely no
platform
code.
where the creator could, without writing a single line of code, you could actually create an agent and interact with it.
If you want to upload code, you can put it into the knowledge file where you can upload some sort of code if you want to, but otherwise, nah, not required.
We should do it. So the next video we do is me creating the blockchain pill AI agent, or some other AI agent. I think that would make for a cool video, just to show people how easy it is.
Yeah.
Let's go to the third question. Can you replicate and sell your Elna agent? Or maybe rent the AI agent? I create an AI agent, let's say, that's specialized in medicine or in fitness. Can I then, build an app around this agent and, sell its services or stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's something which we are actually planning to do in the monetization stage. As I mentioned before, like there'll be pay per user, where the user pay for the agent, they pay for the support, and you could directly monetize these agents. And this can be interacted not just as chat agent. This can be integrated to your website, mobile applications, or humanoid robots, or anything can be done. Yeah,
that would be
That's
cool.
the whole point as well, to have those external integrations and not just have the agents sit on the platform and just be like faces, of course. So yeah, we'll be helping you with that. And there'll be a subscription, of course. Things have been free so far, but that's going to change a little bit. But that's it. We're fully available for any kind of help when it comes to integration. Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be cool. So my dream of creating an AI agent to set up dates on Tinder is gonna become reality.
You're not
very
letting
soon.
it go.
yeah.
I want to see AI agents come to ICPX. I want to see more people actually building AI agents, and I think that the video we will do with me deploying an AI agent hopefully is going to kickstart this AI agent revolution on ICP. And
we don't want you concluding yet. There is one announcement we'd like to make, which, as we mentioned
that is true.
earlier,
Yeah. Exclusive just for the Blockchain Pill viewers who made it this far. We're 1 hour in. I think it's gonna be like 45 minutes after I cut it down. But this is exclusive on Blockchain Pill. Let's hear it.
We haven't yet announced it anywhere in like Discord or Twitter or anywhere. This is an exclusive announcement, first time, and for Blockchain Pill audience. So in Elna, we are launching an AI token launchpad where people could actually monetize their agents. So if I'm creating an agent, this is a product as such. So I'm creating a nutrition agent, or I'm creating a Python developer agent, which can be employed by anybody, and I'll be getting the revenue. But this is creating a chicken egg problem where I need to have revenue to build my agent, but I'm not having enough revenue to make it intelligent. So what can I do is like I can something very similar to IPO or something like tokenization. I can tokenize this agent. Thing is that first of all, I'm creating a Python agent, and I'm tokenizing this agent. So anybody can be the owner of this agent. So I'm minting token which is associated with this agent. So anybody can buy agents. So if I am, for example, blockchain people could actually create a social media support agent or Tinder agent, which
And
we call
tokenize
like,
it. Yeah.
yeah, and tokenize it. And I can buy tokens. I can buy tokens of this Tinder agent, and whenever somebody employ this Tinder agent, the agent get the revenue, and the revenue will be distributed to all the owners.
So we're gonna see a lot of agents being tokenized on the Internet Computer Protocol, and I think that I thought about launching a meme token like blockchain pill meme token, but being a meme token, that it would be harmful. But now if it's an AI agent, and I
It gives
tokenize
me
the AI
utility.
agent, that is better. That is looking forward to see it. And when are you guys deciding to launch this?
Yeah, we're actually associating with Sonic. They have already there are interesting features like LBP and everything. So we are taking support from Sonic because our strength is mostly into AI and decentralized AI ecosystem. So they have supporting us for defeat kind of tools and everything. So we have been working this for the past 2-3 months, and most interestingly, we will be able to launch it by the next month. We're trying to launch it as soon as possible. So it's in the final stages, and most probably we'll be launching it the first week of next month.
I think you guys should also do something like make a face of Elna, like similarly to how other agents, have like a mascot. I think that would be cool, and have it on Twitter, interact with people and give their thoughts to people. I think that would also be cool, and you can tokenize that as well. Be like the first AI agent to be tokenized from Elna. Super cool. Listen,
Wow.
I'm looking forward to see what you guys are doing, and we will meet again. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks or in the next month at the very latest, to launch or to set up a blockchain pill agent, and see how that works. Is there anything else that we didn't cover that you would like to mention during this podcast?
Let's do a walkthrough of the blockchain bill creation next time, like exactly how to name it, how
Yeah.
to upload the information, everything, so that anybody can come on, really do their own thing as well.
Yeah.
And putting it on your channel would really clarify and simplify it for everyone. For sure.
Yeah. And I think just so that we don't lose time, I think it's gonna be send me all the info that I need to prepare, just to copy paste them when we actually do the process. I will see you guys again soon, just to launch the blockchain pill agent.
Yeah, maybe after the token launchpad, that could be one of the first token launch. We could do it live.
Yeah. I'll consult with the community, see if they would like a blockchain pill agent that is tokenized, and if the response is positive, I'm gonna do that.
Maybe we can do a live token minting, and
that'd be crazy.
If you're up for it, we can actually think about it. I think now that we've announced it on here, we're probably gonna get a few partnerships coming in saying they want to be the first. Not that was not self-flatter, just saying we've might face that. So, but let's get you on if you're up for it.
I'll talk with the community, see how they respond, and I think we can make it a reality. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here for the podcast, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Okay,
take care.
So guys, you heard it. AI agents on the Internet Computer Protocol are going to be the next big thing. We are going to keep exploring the capabilities of Elna AI, and who knows, maybe even launch an AI agent for blockchain pill. You'll be able to talk to this agent to schedule, interviews, and hopefully the agent is going to be able to post on X and just keep everybody up to date with what's happening on ICP. I think it's going to be exciting. And we'll do that. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.